Eco-preachers Harry and Meghan are accused of enormous hypocrisy for taking £160,000 flight back from Jubilee to LA in Russian oligarch-style private jet for people who don't care about the planet. Harry and Meghan have been accused of enormous hypocrisy after flying back to California from the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in a Russian oligarch-style private jet. The eco-preaching Duke and Duchess of Sussex returned to their £11 million Montecito mansion with their children Archie and Lilibet on a gas-guzzling Bombardier Global 6000 before the grand finale of the Jubilee pageant even began on Sunday. Bombardier is an ultra-long-range 13-passenger private jet which comes with its own private stateroom that features a flatbed and can travel more than 6,000 miles without stopping. It is not clear who paid for the £160,000 flight. Climate experts believe the journey will have resulted in 10 times more carbon being emitted than if the Sussexes had taken a commercial flight. The royal couple's flight from Farnborough to Santa Barbara will have emitted nearly 60 tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, according to chartered flight provider Paramount Business Jets. Under the terms of the Paris Agreement objective of keeping global warming below 2°C, each person's carbon budget should be no more than 2.1 tons per year, meaning Harry and Meghan exceeded this by nearly 15 times in just one flight. As the Sussexes also flew into Britain on a private jet, and assuming it was the same aircraft, their overall return trip would have exceeded the annual limit by nearly 30 times. By comparison, the carbon emission rating of flying from Heathrow to LA in an economy-class seat on a commercial aircraft is 1.4 tons, according to climate consultancy CubeSix. The Queen's grandson previously described climate change as one of the most pressing issues we are facing, and told Oprah Winfrey during the couple's bombshell interview last year, "We need to do better about stopping or allowing the things that are causing so much harm to so many of us at the source, rather than being distracted by the symptom." Royal expert Tom Quinn has now accused the Sussexes of enormous hypocrisy. The author of Kensington Palace, an intimate memoir from Queen Mary to Meghan Markle told The Times, "They pontificate about helping people and the planet and then they take private jets. They tell people to look after the environment and then they don't look after the environment themselves. It's enormously hypocritical." He said the Bombardier 6000 was a Russian oligarch kind of jet for people who just don't care, adding it is almost like sticking two fingers up at the environmental lobby. The jet type has been linked to several Russian businessmen in the past, including Roman Abramovich and Farkhad Akhmedov. Earlier this year, Harry and Meghan launched new eco-travel project which would see holidaymakers rated on their green credentials. During last November's COP26 climate change conference in Glasgow, Harry and Meghan vowed that their Archewell Foundation would go net zero by 2030. In a statement on their website, they said they have actively made choices to offset and balance their carbon footprint and added they would be looking at what they eat and how often they eat it. Their intervention came hours after the Queen failed to mention the Sussexes but praised Prince Charles and Prince William in her COP26 address. And in May last year, Harry said it was pretty depressing that children were growing up in a world where their home country was either on fire or underwater. He went on to insist that climate change must be tackled at the source. Mail Online has contacted representatives for the Sussexes for comment. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were seen for the last time in public on Friday at the Thanksgiving service in St. Paul's Cathedral before they flew back home when the Jubilee pageant kicked off today. The couple, who have been largely absent from the fanfare, spent a lot of time at Frogmore Cottage during their stay and hosted a relaxed party for Lilibet's first birthday at the Windsor residence. They did not attend the Platinum Party and stayed in Windsor alongside the Queen to reportedly watch the concert with Her Majesty. Harry and Meghan then drove, according to The Sun, to Farnborough Airport at 1:30 p.m., an hour before the pageant started at 2:30 p.m. and are now on their way back to California. This was hours before the Queen, who sources say was determined to bravely overcome her painful mobility issues, returned to Buckingham Palace to personally thank the thousands of well-wishers in the crowd who had turned out to express their own gratitude. She was flanked by her three heirs, son, Prince Charles, grandson, Prince William, and great-grandson, Prince George, offering a glimpse into the monarchy's future. The Sussexes were left out of any official role during the Jubilee, and one aide told The Telegraph at the beginning of the Jubilee they would not be having a prominent role in the festivities. The Daily Mail's Richard Kay wrote that the long weekend saw a triumph of public service and duty over the celebrity-driven approach of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and whose absence was barely noticed. He added, "Right now our love for monarchy is greater and more enduring than ever." Sunday's Platinum Jubilee pageant was an afternoon of entertainment for members of the royal family, who all sat together alongside their siblings and cousins. The parade told the story of her life, and the nation, with an eccentric, fun and imaginative carnival-like display. An insider said, "There was no fanfare, they just went. They didn't stick around for the Platinum Jubilee pageant, which is a celebration of Britain and all of its quirks and eccentricities over the Queen's 70-year reign." Instead of attending this and a concert yesterday, Harry and Meghan celebrated their daughter Lilibet's first birthday in Windsor on Saturday with a relaxed birthday party, with royal second cousins invited to the festivities. The Sussexes released a picture taken as the little girl, named in tribute to the Queen, whose childhood nickname was Lilibet, celebrated her first birthday in the grounds of Frogmore Cottage at Windsor on Saturday with birthday cake, balloons, party games and picnic snacks. Among the gifts were apparently a pastel pink VW Beetle ride-on car, £75 from Selfridges, while Sussex supporters donated $100,000 to charity in her honor. Prince Charles may have bought her a swing similar to one he bought for Prince George. In the first public picture of Lilibet since she was a babe in arms, it revealed that Her Majesty's great-granddaughter smiling and dressed in a pale blue frock with a white bow in her strawberry blonde hair. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex invited close friends and family to an intimate backyard picnic while in Britain for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations, before jetting home to California on Sunday. The image of Lilibet sitting happily on the grass was taken by family friend Mason Harriman, who also shared an image of Meghan holding The couple were also seen at the Friday's Thanksgiving service at St. Paul's Cathedral, where a huge cheer went up as Harry and Meghan arrived, and they were greeted at the Great West Door by the Dean of St. Paul's. It was the first time that the couple were on full public view alongside the Windsors since they quit the monarchy for a new life in the U.S. 2 years ago. They spent a few minutes talking to the senior cleric before they entered the place of worship and proceeded to greet the long line of clergy. But before the festivities started, an aide told The Telegraph, "The media might try to make them prominent, but in reality they are not going to be playing a prominent role. A line has been drawn." Harry stopped to chat for a few moments with the Archbishop of York, who later will give the sermon and is expected to praise the Queen's 70-year reign. The Sussexes were also seen from a window at Thursday's Trooping the Colour, but were not on the balcony alongside working royals. Neither Lilibet, nor her older brother 3-year-old Archie, have been seen in public at any of the festivities. And on Sunday, they missed the monarch's appearance to the nation, where she made a surprise visit from the balcony.